Uh,
Mm.
hello. Oh, hello, Steph. Welcome. Thank you. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It has been a week, and it has been an interesting week.
In a week.
Sure.
It has been a singular week. Things happened last session, and I want to get into it a little bit. And we're gonna have Polaris actually give the introduction for the last or the recap. But I want to say something before that, because I feel like I need to say it. It's my birthday today.
Happy
Yay.
birthday.
Donations in chat, people.
Yeah. If you
Don't
want
be
to,
skimpy. You're only 37 once.
Wow.
Oh God.
I'm not that old.
I want to see 5s and 10s.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got a hydrate redemption. That's good enough. 2, 3. God damn it! All right. And so, God, no, we're gonna hold on for just a second. So previously, a lot of stuff happened, and there was kind of like a franticness that happened in towards the end of the session. So without further ado, Polaris, why don't you give us a little recap of everything that went down in character, please?
So we beat the hag, and everything seemed all right. Little bastard came out the woods, hoping to get him to safety, and then a horde of zombies came out. Didn't seem like anything too difficult at first. We actually kind of had the board a little stacked in our favor. We found the special one, kind of targeted his ass. Well, I did at least. It was a bit of a mistake on my part, bit off a bit more than I could chew, and then I was bit off more than I wanted to be chewed. I died. That's when the panic sunk in. Broy then wasted a bunch of diamond powder, because I can't apparently be revived at the moment. And then we summoned a demon to maybe help. Probably not gonna help. And here we are.
All right. So essentially, yeah, that's what happened. Broy's over there trying to do some big dig damage to the zombie and realized that, oh shit, there's an entire horde of zombies coming right after him. Taken down in one fell swoop. The little boy has been saved, has not been interrogated yet. The demon was just summoned by Chikara, and Broy is still kind of panicking with blood on his hands of Polaris and some of these other zombies. Noticing that his blood is a little bit black, has this thicker fluidity to it as well.
That's me.
And with that, Jylora is being summoned, and her wings spread out, these leathery wings. And she looks directly at Chikara, who is holding the vial of demon blood, and looks and says, "You're not Nefreru."
Of course I'm not. I would never be someone so hideous. But more importantly, can you heal this man? And I'll point at Polaris's corpse.
I do not have that capability, no.
Just cleanse him of the diseases of your own kind.
These are not my kind. And she looks at all the dead bodies that are rotting. And then she changes her shape to kind of look like one of them. You think I look like this? I look more elegant than that. And then she changes back. If you're holding the demon vial, that just means that, well, Nefreru is no more, I can assume.
I'll turn away and look towards Corzo. Look past her towards Corzo. Start gathering the bodies. We need to move. Get somewhere safe. And I'll look back to her. I have no use of you then. Be gone.
What do you do? Do you drop concentration? Do you just like say be gone? What do you try to do?
I'll say be gone and see if she's going to leave.
Um,
If she can leave of her own volition.
she'll look at you and then she'll start flying away.
Flying.
But she'll look at you in a little bit of anger and kind of like and then just start flying like up and away from you currently.
I'm gonna make an insight.
Okay.
Based on her frustrations.
Oh. That
Well,
reminds
I
me.
probably don't even need to make it, but I'll make it anyway.
Um,
I'm assuming that means that she's growling because she has to obey my command, even though she didn't want to.
yeah.
Um,
You're pretty certain of that.
Wait.
She turns back and she just stops and turns around.
Scan the perimeter. Keep an eye out for any more undead. Fly straight back here and notify us if any arrive.
Do I at least get to know your name? As she's flying off, she says that to you in your head. Chikara.
I'll think in response. If you're a good girl, you'll learn that right.
All right. She flies off.
Okay. So effectively we have... Sorry, were you gonna...
No, go for it.
Effectively we have some level of warning. If she's going to obey my letter, my command to the letter, we can actually set up here a temporary camp and try to bring Polaris back. By the way, you're muted, Ian.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. I have
good.
gathered up all the things, and
Okay. So you're going to start, like, you're pulling bodies and stuff right now?
well, I will. I guess just Polaris's and the Witcher, because we have not examined the Witcher at all. I will also recover the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Put it in
quickly
my bag.
grab the dagger, and then you bring Polaris and the Witcher's body. Where do you put them? Where is he?
I don't have
Bring
them.
them to the dry land over here.
Okay. I was like, I don't have. I'm just carrying them. Just dragging
Oh
them.
wait, that's you. Where is the other body? Oh,
Over here
I
by
found it. I
Italia.
found it. I was like, where the heck is it? All right.
This. Oh.
Chikara, make me a concentration save. So just a con save after about a minute. Sevatar, you were concentrating on, I believe, Hex. So it is probably
Hex?
dropped at this point.
It was that
Yeah.
vine.
Do I
thing.
have Hex?
Oh, it was Vine. I'm sorry.
I don't know what it's called.
Thor, the one that you like throw on the ground and people walk on it. That one.
Spike growth.
Spike growth. That's what you were
Okay, I was gonna
concentrating
say,
on.
you're
All
talking
the
about
zombies
rope.
were coming, so it slowed them all down. and
Gotcha.
hurt 'em all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
Just wondering where my spell slots went. That's all.
So you are no longer concentrating on it now. Okay. Chikara, you feel like there's tension in your head as she's trying to break your connection, but is unable to as you fight it. And you feel no more fighting for a while as you're doing all this stuff. But after a minute, you do feel that like tug at your fortitude, your concentration, whatever it makes sense. But yeah, you know what I mean.
I'll say when I feel that, I'll say telepathically,
Mhm.
presumably. Listen, I don't have time to fight you, and I don't have a need to fight you. I'd love to learn what you know, but right now I have more important issues to deal with. If you'll be civil, I'll be civil in turn. It's a give and take.
You hear. Make me a persuasion, actually. You hear in your head, "Ugh, another one part of the rebels."
Another one part of the rebels?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yep. All right. So, as you guys are pulling the bodies up, Sevatar, go ahead and give me, or not Sevatar, actually, Corzo. Yeah, Corzo and Sevatar, go ahead and roll me a history check as you guys take a look at this Witcher here. Sevatar, you've met this person before. Just like once on a job long ago. But you met him. His name was Junod. Corzo. You know him like a brother.
Bear back.
Oh.
Frenchy.
He's from the Bear School, and he disappeared. Well, I mean, a while ago, but much like you kind of disappeared too. You guys don't stay in contact much. Last time you heard, he was doing some job somewhere, but never heard much after that. Seems like he found himself here, turned into this. But yeah, you knew him. He has on him, you find a pouch bag that's kind of ripped and stuff has been falling out of it along this entire journey somewhere. You're guessing it's a lot of things have fallen out of it, but what he does have in it currently is still, roll me a d6. Corzo, yeah. You find 2 healing potions on him. And then
nice about an hour ago.
and then you find a silvered longsword that's on it. It has a few different Witcher symbols inscribed onto it as well. You and Sevatar both recognize these as patience, defense, and destroy. It was a common thing for bear Witchers, much like yourself, to believe in patience and to defend against everything before you obliterate them. And it looks like he inscribed those runes onto the blade, or it was done with the making of it.
I see.
And then you find a pouch inside that bag as well. It looks like some sort of coin pouch. So I'm going to need you guys to roll me. We'll have Chikara roll me 2d8. Polaris roll me 1d20. And then Sevatar roll me 1d4. Ooh. Look at the Polaris's number up there. All right. So you get a alchemist fire in the backpack as well. And you find 10 platinum pieces. 100 platinum pieces. I'm sorry. You find 190 gold. And then you find 2 opals and 4 diamonds. All of those are worth 50 gold apiece.
Perfect.
Yeah. And that was just on him.
Okay, so
The opals and the diamonds are both all worth 50 each.
Yes. So you have 200 gold of diamonds here and 100 gold worth of opals.
Does he have his like Witcher medallion?
He
too?
does. He has his bear necklace around his neck right now. It looks like it's got some like moss and stuff growing on it, or has been yanked off of like through the dirt and grime of here. But yeah, he has his necklace as well.
How much gold was that again?
It was 190 gold.
190 gold, 100 platinum.
I wrote it in
Uh-huh.
chat. Yeah.
100 platinum, 190 gold, 2 opals worth 50, and 4 diamonds worth 50 apiece. And then a
the
silvered
fire and
longsword.
silver longsword.
And then an alchemist fire and 2 healing potions.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. All right, I will go ahead and take the medallion.
Okay.
We should probably get out of this swamp.
What about the kid?
And he's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
over there shivering from the cold right now. And he is wearing basically rags right now.
Oh, gross. I'm gonna walk over like a. I know I've got some sort of spare something. I think I've got an extra cloak since I've got the Oogie Boogie cloak with me. Yeah. Oh no, I'll take out my Oogie Boogie cloak and go and drape it over him.
Mm,
It's okay. Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. Psst, 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 psst.
um,
Animal handling check. Got it.
no.
I met a lot of children. They're pretty animals.
That
You're a
should
kid.
be a public role, right? Yeah. Actually, that might not be. Yeah, it is. When you start to pull that cloak out and him seeing the wisps and shadows, he starts to freak the fuck out, and he screams, "Ah, get away!" And he starts running off and tripping into the water further away
down.
from you.
I'll just call after him. Your village is that way, and point in the direction that I know the village to be.
Okay.
Roy, you like kids. You're up.
Um,
Hey,
when
kid.
make me a persuasion, bro. Corzo, when you point, he kind of looks at you and then just kind of goes off into the direction that you're pointing, and he keeps running that way.
Running through water that's up to his chest. Just
Yeah,
Never
waiting.
skips leg day.
Waiting.
wading through it all. He's going as fast as he can. Broy, as you kind of call out to him, you hear him sobbing around one of the bushes.
Like just around the corner.
Yeah. Like obviously he's like over here. Something like that.
Mm.
I know you just experienced a very horrific thing. So did I. Do you need help? Directions back to your village?
I didn't want to do this, but it made me.
I don't know who made you do this. What are you talking about?
What is it that you didn't want to do?
I didn't want to do the trials. They made me do the trials. I said it's not fair. I don't want to do it. I want to be like my sister.
Do I know
but-
anything about the trials? Is that a thing I would know?
But my father, he was killed and he wouldn't. Make me another persuasion roll.
Is he still just saying that as he's actively running away?
At this point, no. He kind of just ran behind some bushes away and out of sight from you guys. Because Sevatar, like before, this is very thick thing. You can't really see through it. So you're kind of like stealthing in it currently.
That's okay. I'm listening more than anything.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
hear the baby crying.
He's like 7 years old. He's a really young kid.
I was a Witcher by that point, and stuff it down, kid.
Uh,
It builds
gonna
character.
I'm gonna return to Polaris's corpse and kind of
That
just
explains a lot.
in approximately 7 to 8 minutes, everybody needs to get back over here. I'm going to create the dome, and we'll be safe, but you need to be back under it in 8 minutes before it's off.
I don't think spending the night out here in the swamp is a good move.
Not for the night, so that we can revive Polaris. Corzo, you said you have enough, right?
I do now.
Now? Perfect. It doesn't matter. Please. No.
Well, so the one you're doing requires 500, right?
Yes.
Yes. I do now.
Corza is just like picking through this guy's pockets.
So that's where you're
But
making it, right?
Damn, we only
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna make the
300.
dome here, and as I said to everybody, get back within about 5 feet of me in about 8 minutes.
As Broy's talking to the kid, I'll pull the cloak and slowly kind of walk up behind him and drape it over him gently.
Jeez.
Easy. It's okay. This isn't the smoky one.
I will.
Oh, just a normal cloak. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, Jesus Christ, again?
Bring
Fake.
And now we give praise unto our dark lord to send your child in the swamp.
I will
This is
bring
part of
like
your
Gar
trial,
the,
child.
the diamonds,
Good.
and
All right.
also from way back, I believe
Mm-hmm.
pre-stream, possibly. I have these resurrection books that we found along with the vampire journal. I don't know if
Okay.
they're I don't know if they're of any assistance. I will offer them up.
I'll take the books.
Yeah, we'll have you guys look at it later because I realized I don't think you really spent much time looking at them, right? You just kind of like, oh yeah, these are resurrection books, cool.
I mean, more or less. I gathered that they were to be helpful, possibly in
Yeah.
resurrection, so I held on to them. That's why.
Perfect. Cool.
I do think Jakara having them and analyzing them is a good idea right now.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the middle of casting a spell. I
I'm
guess.
currently ritual
Ah,
casting
true. Fair.
Demon's Tiny Hut, which you are all familiar with.
Oh,
You've seen me do this like 4 times or 3 times.
Yeah.
Hey kid, around the corner we're making a little hut thing. You can sit in there for the next hour or a bit, and then we can maybe make you get back home. I don't even know if you can go home.
I'm supposed to survive the trials.
What?
If
What
I
are these
survive, I can go home. Well,
Sounds like you survived.
they
So far.
You're not dead, are you?
they take you out and leave you in the swamp, and if you come back alive, then you survive the trials and you will be rewarded greatly. Everyone has to do it. Every kid has done it. So many died. My older sister died, but my oldest sister is still surviving.
You said
Well.
oldest twice. Can you clarify?
You
I
said
have
older
two.
and oldest.
One of them died last year. My father killed himself. He was guilty. My older sister has been trying to stop and trying to help protect me from having to do the trials. But she was unsuccessful.
Well, it seems like you got through the worst of it, kid.
Thank you.
You just got to make it back home.
Speaking of, where is home? Does your
That way.
village have a name?
How
Is this
far
a
away?
question or more existential? Like, what is
How
it?
long have
It's
you been wandering?
Failruined. I've been out here for the last few hours. I didn't know which way to go. It's really hard to see.
Keep it down. We don't know what else is out here. Talk lower, like this. Ooh.
Okay. Thank you for saving me. Is your friend gonna be okay?
Hopefully. I'm gonna slowly
Um,
shake my head left and right behind him, just so Broy sees.
Thank you.
McKenna, this is our friend.
He could kind of see you, Sevatar, in the bushes, but only because you're kind of also out, talking to him, but only
Inside
barely.
Oh,
from-
I thought it was dark and he couldn't see.
No, it's misty and like foggy, so it's hard to see in the area itself, which is why it's dark. It's still like daytime right now. It's just it's foggy in this. But it's hard to see you with you being in the bushes, but he can see like parts of you in your face as you kind of like poke out and talk to him.
You can delete your circle, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Ham, and if you take me back to my sister Namia, I'm sure she would be happy to reward you.
I'm gonna perk up at that.
Um,
Coin.
Kid,
She paid a witcher to take care of the problem. Like I want to say a year ago or so.
would you be able to recognize that Witcher?
What was the Witcher's name?
I didn't know his name. My sister never told me.
And what was the problem he was trying to take care of?
He was trying to stop the Fey trials. Kill whatever was in here that well, and let me look at
Is
the
it
name real quick.
a
The elder Vista, whatever he thought was, the god in this land. The trials were built around it, and
what do you know about this god?
all I know is we've been sent here as kids to survive, and if we do, our family will be rewarded greatly. And he says it very scriptfully, like as if
Trained from a young age.
yeah, something that has been going on for many years.
Do you know what this god is? Do you think it's a like an old woman? Do you think it's a horrible monster? Do you think it's what is it?
Depending on who survives and who doesn't, those that survive see it as an angelic figure. Those that, the stories from those that die, we just assume that it's a hideous beast.
Do you know if she has any special magic objects?
I don't. I'm sorry. My sister might know a lot more.
Well, we may have possibly stopped these trials.
Is your
I hope
village
so.
kind to outsiders?
They do not like outsiders. No.
No. That will be difficult.
They're very stuck in their ways.
We'll wait
Anyone
outside
that
and
messes
you
with
go
the
get your
flow,
sister.
they would not like.
They can't hate us that much. I mean, they're willing to pay a witcher, right?
Do you
In
think
the
the
middle-
monster looked like this? And
Well,
I pulled
there's
the hag
different-
head off my belt.
Maybe. I don't know.
Put it back.
Oh,
In the
Dude, I'm
middle
not
of
eating
my-
that.
can you wrap
Traumatized.
that up?
Yeah, I would say, hey, Broy, aren't you like the kid specialist here? I feel like we're doing this a little wrong.
in the middle
A
of
little
my
bit wrong,
ritual
you know.
casting,
You don't have to show heads of dead things.
I'm going
Alright, well,
to grunt out, "Get over here!" So yaba ho snow wo 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 wo.
Hey, let's go.
Sorry, I didn't catch that last bit. You okay? I think he might be infected too. When he falls asleep, slit his throat.
Hey, Ham, just
Mori da
follow us in
squari.
here.
All right, Ham's gonna go
Cars
over
and
there
that
as
has a
well.
verbal component. That's so interesting.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure.
well, gather the child and run over there.
Do you guys loot any of the other bodies?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me an
With gloves
investigation
secured.
roll.
Say, get under the dome for that, and then maybe go back for it, just so we can. Well,
Yes,
no, can't you just decide who can come in and out of it?
You
have
know,
to be there.
no, I was telling you I'll be here in the next 8 or 9 minutes. But you know, from previous domes, you can go in and out after it's cast.
Right. Okay.
Savitar, give me an investigation check.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're not under it, by the way, Corzo.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know we were
Bow,
actually.
bow, bow,
Ooh,
bow, bow,
supposed to-
holy shit! All right, cool.
As long
cool.
as you.
New magic
I don't
item
want
means get rid of
to
this
admit-
cloak.
It means you find max stuff off of these zombies.
I
So
love Max stuff.
you find a few pouches from some of the zombies that look more like old or zombified hunters and stuff. You find 5 daggers, 2 short bows with 10 arrows apiece, so 20 arrows in total. You find a few other scraps, like broken bows and broken knives and stuff, but you don't think you can get any value off of those at all, even if, yeah, you just can't get value off of them. But then you also find pouches on some of these, and roll me 5d6. Savitar. You find 220 gold on them in total, on all of the hordes of zombies as you're kind of going through this.
220.
220, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
And then
Approximately 11 times 20.
and you find 4 hunting traps. Some of them have actually been engaged on some of the corpses, and they were just walking around with a hunting trap on their leg, and dragging
I
it
now have
around. So
7 hunting traps.
so yeah, that's what you find a value on all the other zombies.
All right, I'm gonna come and basically just dump it all, kind of splorching through the bog here, and kind of put it out in front of everybody. Oops, excuse me, pardon me.
And with some of this, give me one sec.
Oh, damn.
All right. With all of that, Chikara, your dome gets finished, and just as it finishes,
We hear rustling.
all of a sudden, you feel drained, like physically. You cast the spell, and you kind of drop to your knee for a second, and everything just is sore and is hard to move. Currently, you have it feels like you're dragging a bunch of bricks behind you. Standing takes all of your movement, and your movement is cut in half currently. And you feel like this is a physical drain on you from this demon that you've also been kind of concentrating on, which now that I think about it, you can't technically do, but whatever.
Lehman's isn't concentration.
Yeah. Yeah, but I thought ritual spells. Or did you not cast it as a ritual?
I did ritual cast.
So ritual cast, I believe, uses concentration, but it doesn't matter for now. We'll say we'll say it doesn't matter. We'll say it didn't this particular time, and we'll look it
I
up.
feel like
later.
anything with a verbal component should require concentration. Fight me.
I think anything that takes longer than a
I
second
won't
to
fight
say.
you. I'll just
An
forward you
action,
to the Wizards of the Coast hotline.
All right. So with that, you guys have your tiny hut. All of you guys are inside of it, and it's dry in here, and you kind of make this. What it looked like before was it looked like the ground that you guys were already kind of in, but dry and not wet. And now it kind of looks. You're seeing that it's different. It's not the same ground that was here before. It looks very it looks similar to what Melatelli looked like in Facia, that area. Yeah, I see all of these rolls happening, or all these things. Okay, it's like, what the hell is happening?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm trying to divvy up the loot, but also I'm bad at math. So it's
Right.
not going well.
Take your shoes and socks off.
I just
So
kept
I'll-
hearing ding,
Fuck that
ding,
brother.
bleep.
I'll collapse a bit after casting that, and I'll reach out to Corzo. Those books, I think I need to just sit and read for a bit before I try raising him.
Yeah. Here.
No. Start looking through the resurrection books.
Okay. Make me an intelligence check. Just a base intel check. Oh, or Arcana. Arcana specifically.
Definitely Arcana.
But it specifically should be Arcana. Cool.
I'm gonna hand the
Um,
kid my water flask real quick, and a
Uh,
ration.
So when you go to grab your ration, it's all mildewy.
Just how I like it. Here you go, kiddo. No need to chew.
No, because
All those
yesterday
croutons.
when you ate a ration, it looked normal. But this is like gross. It looks like it is turned for sure. This is not edible anymore.
Gross. Well,
We'll just
I
get
was hoping
Polaris
it
to make
had
us some
and
good edible.
go ahead and give me a Arcana check, Sevatar. Okay. You have a feeling it is connected to the zombie auras that from the things you were fighting. They had this like rotting aura, and all the trees that they walked by kind of wilted and died instantly. And it also had this aura around it that kind of sucked the life out of you and everybody else that was around it.
well,
You
that's
think
not
that it
good.
probably turned all of your guys' food.
I'm gonna quickly check my Nexian cigars. Are they okay?
What? No, no, they're not.
Oh, god damn it! What the fuck happened? What happened? What? No, don't worry about the circle. Check these. What's going on? Why can't we eat our food? What happened to my cigars? I need my smokes.
Uh,
I'm just gonna toss them if they're all rotted and go
Yeah.
stomping off.
Yeah.
One good thing I have in life is coin, and the other good thing is my smokes. I don't have either of those now. God damn it, we're out here dealing with this fucking kid.
I'll say, I'll look up from the books. You are all free to exit the dome at your leisure now.
Oh, it's not gonna be leisurely. I'm
Um,
actually just gonna go watch outside.
yeah. As you kind of do that, the rest of you kind of hear what Sevatar is going off on, and you realize that all of your guys' rations that you have are all bad now. You need new food, whether you hunt it or not. It is all gone.
Now we have a reason to go to that damn city.
So, Chikara, as you are reading this book, you're seeing
That entirely depends on if we can revive Polaris, because Polaris has good berries.
You're right. You're reading this book and you're noticing that there's a way of going about raised dead, something that you had not ever heard about before. You can actually use less of your materials that you thought. If you grind up the diamond, you can actually go based off of a weight instead. And it actually can save you up to 50 gold in diamonds.
That's a whole diamond.
Something that you didn't know. So yeah, you now can, with this new knowledge, every time you cast Raise Dead, it will only be 450 gold.
Hey.
All right.
Worth of
I'll read
diamonds.
the book 4 more times.
It does look like there's information here about true resurrections as well, but it's too far out of your league that you're not really understanding what the hell it's talking about.
We'll give it to Broyd later.
Yeah,
can maybe
it's something
gain
you
some
think
other
you
use
can
out
get
of
more use out of it, but this is all you think you're going to get out of it. And with that, when you've kind of finished that, it takes you about half hour, 45 minutes ish to do that. And make me a con save. All right. With that, you start getting a little dizzy, and you hear in your head, "You can't control me for long," and you kind of fall. You fall unconscious. The demon comes back into the vial. You see as she kind of gets sucked all the way from wherever she was and gets sucked back in, and you guys actually watch her go through the hut itself and back into that vial. Chikara is laying down on the ground right now. And roll me a d4.
Everybody?
No, just Chikara. Okay. Thank you so much, Spotted Ox. Thanks for the subscription, and thanks for the gifted subscription. How many did you gift? Just one? Oh, good. Thank you. Thanks for gifting it to Chef Waffle. Chef Waffle. It's waffles, but thank
That
you.
is shit.
Thank you so much. All right. So
We'll celebrate with a hydrate.
exactly. Thank you so much. And my posture getting all in there. Have another one.
I pass out for an hour? Or for 1 minute?
Okay.
Or for 1 second?
Mr. Smacking.
It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute.
Alright.
I wanted to see if I could communicate back to my realm, but after watching a demon fly through the walls of this place, I'm like, that's enough for me. And, I want to go search the surrounding forest for like anything I might be able to kill or put down.
Okay.
Can you do a medicine check to make sure Chikara is not, like knocked out permanently?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a medicine check, Roy. It looks like Chikara is just kind of like passed out in mental exhaustion and a little bit of pain as well. As you're looking at him, he's still like able to kind of like make small words, or not words, but small sounds, almost as if he's in a dreamlike state, and he's just sleeping.
I'll get him a pillow and raise his feet up.
You
That's
think you
things will
could
do that.
also you think you could also heal him and he'd be fine as well.
First Polaris, then the rest.
Sevatar, you hear Adalia kind of leave and start smashing around through the water. Not trying to make a ton of noise, but
Splashing around.
just coming out of the hut. Her feet immediately come out from dry land into the water, and it makes a splash noise as it's pretty deep.
Beach party.
Adalia, go ahead and make me a survival and make me a stealth check as well.
Eerie.
All right. Okay. We will keep that in
I
mind.
do.
How far away do you go, though?
Like a mile.
Yeah, I guess it depends on time. I would go no further than scream distance for at least the first hour. I don't know how long people are crashing out over there.
Okay. All right. That's fair. So you're going to be within like 150 feet, maybe
Okay.
200 feet, no matter what. Or at least for the first hour. But you'll be looking around for some sort of anything that can cross your way. All right. We'll keep that in mind. All right. Chikara, you wake up after that minute. A little in pain.
What the fuck happened?
Well, the demon thing got sucked back in, and you just kind of passed out. I got you a little pillow, and raised your feet up. I have a lot of healing left.
What
I didn't
happened
want
to
to see you,
Adalia?
uncomfortable. I think she just went out for a bit.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell. Alright,
Did Dahlia
well,
tell anyone, actually? I don't actually. I know Obviously, I could see you walk out. That wasn't a big mystery.
Unless anybody has a reason I shouldn't, I'm gonna start trying to get Polaris back.
I
It's gonna
can't think
take
of any
me an
reason.
hour. Think of this as an extended little break.
All
And I'll
right.
look around. Nobody with nobody giving a reason not to. I'll start casting
Okay.
Raise Dead on Polaris.
Um.
Oh gosh.
All right. With that, we're going to jump to Polaris here for a sec. Polaris, you died.
Yes.
When you dropped, when you were completely out, you woke up with your face buried in mud. And as you kind of lift it up, you take a look and you kind of rub your eye of all the mud. You see flames everywhere around you. And then you start to see this cloaked figure rise. And as you're starting to look up at it, still on your knees at this point, you're looking up and it points directly at you. And then it says, pointing at you, "Fight for yourself and you will gain the power of the gods. Try and fight for others and you will be a slave for eternity. You are part of the fallen and we will rise again." And then that fire starts burning brightly and immensely right up into your face, starting to singe you, and then it just all goes away. The figure just disappears, and you are now in. And let me get your little thing. You are standing amidst this. This is just mud, thick all around you. You see these mountains towering, and you feel whispers hunting and looking for you. Make me a wisdom save. All right. It's terrifying. You do know that what you had seen was, and I'm not sure if your character knows anything about Zareth or not. So do you? Does Polaris know anything about it?
Or as we've learned, her other name,
Yeah, Ralmith.
Ralmuth. Here.
This is the figure that you saw. If I can fucking find it.
I know that rings a bell.
This was the figure that was rising through the flames and pointing at you. And then it all kind of disappeared. Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say, did I see that in my crystal?
No.
My crystal ball thing. No.
Okay. This was not the face you saw.
Okay.
But you saw this, and then as it all kind of vanished and went away, with your wisdom save as well, you know that it was some sort of illusion. Looks like it's programmed on people arriving at this place. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check as well.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
This is not where you thought afterlife was. And you're kind of close to different gods. And you have some sort of worshipingness And this is not anything like you thought it would be.
Mm.
And as you look around you, you see something that's like about a foot away from you in the mud, barely sticking out as a piece of metal. Looks round almost.
Okay.
What do you do?
Can I? Do I know if any of my magic works?
You don't know.
I'm just gonna try to let's see, 'cause I can make a little. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to make like a little like fire, like with druidcraft, just something.
Okay. You try, same as before. You connect with your god to try to cast, and nothing happens. And this is the first time in a very long time that you have felt powerless.
And do I have anything on me?
You have your... No, you don't have anything.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing whatsoever.
Am I wearing clothes?
I'm going to say yes for the purposes of the game. But
Okay.
yeah. You have nothing else, just basic clothes, like linen cloth almost.
Okay. I am going to reach for the round metal thing then.
Okay. You look at it, and as you're kind of holding it in your hand, you see this sort of metal objects about 5 to 6 inches round. It's about a half inch or a quarter inch thick. It's got all of this weird inscriptions and stuff on it. And as you flip it over, you can see that there's something written in abyssal on it. And even though you don't speak abyssal, you can read this. It says Polaris on it.
Okay.
You are welcome to make Arcana checks on this as well.
Yeah. I will definitely go for that.
You are holding your own soul coin right now. Your soul is connected to this. And you know it's almost like if you do not have possession of this, you lose control over your body. You lose control over yourself, and you can be told what to do and enslaved and anything like that. And just as you're coming to that realization, you see something flying overhead. It looks like a strange serpent.
Can I make a insight check to know if it would be a good idea to swallow this coin?
It's a 5 to 6 inch coin, about that big.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to be able to swallow this.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're
with
not
that
going to be able
attitude.
to swallow this.
I think you can do it. Go for it.
You know what? Fucking
Don't
try.
let the haters keep you down.
Am I?
Make me a con save if you want to try.
No, well, I don't think, and Polaris wouldn't put it in the bottom end either. So, I think, do I
As
have
if it'd be
pockets?
easier.
You do not. You're just wearing like a loincloth.
God
And it
damn
is, you're soaking in mud. Your face is covered in it. And you almost feel like you're sinking in it.
Oh.
Okay. And do I see any light or?
No. Do you have
No.
dark vision?
I do not.
Okay. It is dark and hazy everywhere, but the whole atmosphere has enough kind of general light that you can kind of see what's within like 30 feet around you.
All right.
Like you could see clearly 30 feet around you. Past that, it looks almost like hazy. And you see this serpent that kind of flies overhead, about 60 to 70 feet.
Is it circling or is it just like passing by?
It looks like it's, well, give me an insight roll. This is at disadvantage, but you still got a 20, so good job. It looks like it's hunting and searching.
For you.
And you hear something galloping. It almost sounds like a centaur creature. That's like stomping through the mud, and it sounds like it's coming up on you fast. What do you do?
I am going to try and reach the mountainside.
Okay.
Stealthily as possible.
Okay, make me a stealth roll. All right. Fear is starting to set in with you. You don't have magic. You don't know where you are. And you are holding what is left of your soul in your hand right now. You see something above, and you can tell that it's searching for you. And you can see, or you can hear something galloping very quickly in your general direction. The first thing you do is you just start sprinting towards this mountain, hoping you can find some sort of cover. And as you're running through this, you're going to trip and fall into the mud, making a big old splash. And you hear these creatures start laughing as they swoop. One of them swoops down. This other one starts galloping up next to you. And you see a couple more creatures as well. You see what looks like a strange drowner creature kind of raise up from the mud as well, and just kind of stares at you and says, "Looks like we have fresh meat." And then you see this, your own shadow that's being cast behind you transforms and wraps around you. And now you are kind of restrained. There we go. In these wings of this shadow demon that's got you linked in. Your head is out. And this very angelic looking creature swoops down next to the serpent. And they all land right in front of you. And they just stare at you. "What's your name?" That is the angelic looking creature. Give me another Arcana roll. All right. With that one, you know this creature is a diva. Deva. And what they are is they're messengers of gods. They are angels. And this one looks distorted. And as you kind of look at the other creatures that are around, you can tell that the serpent is also a fallen angel. And then you can tell that the others are all demons. And the diva is looking at you. "Your name." And then just kind of grabs that soul coin from you and rips it out of your hand, or tries to. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Ah, fuck.
Ooh, it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad for a +0.
Not bad. Plus 0.
Not bad at all.
So he starts to go and grab it, and you hold on to it with everything. This is your last possession that you have. Everything about you right now is saying, "I cannot let go of this. If I let go of this, I am dead." And you're trying with all, you even start to like bleed trying to hold on to it. As it's cutting through the palms of your hand as you're like wrapped around it, and he yanks it from you. And you're left, and your hands are bleeding profusely, and the shadow demon just kind of like caresses that blood and pulls it up, and then starts to lick his hand, and then like spins his head around and looks, "It's okay. And then the angel looks at it. Polaris. I see. I'll be holding on to this. And then you get pushed and pulled in different directions by them as they're kind of bullying you, pushing you around, laughing at you, mocking you, smashing you into the mud. And then the Minotaur, or not Minotaur, the centaur-looking creature grabs some chains that he has on him and wraps it around you and wraps it around his waist, and he starts running off, and you're being dragged behind them by the ankles, smashing into the mud and dirt and getting cut up and dragged off into you don't know where. After about 8 hours of being dragged, they stop. They rest. They take out the little camp and they start to fall asleep. You're passed out almost from the pain. You can't move a muscle. As much as you want to, you can't fight back. And that angel, when everybody falls asleep, grabs you by the hand and says, "You're lucky. Not many actually get to leave this place. Coming with me while they're sleeping." And he starts to march you. And he like picks you up and just starts marching off, and then flies as well into the mountainside. There's a small little cavern that he flies you into. And he plops you down on the ground and he says, "Do you know who sent me?"
It was my question for you.
Didn't think you'd know. My name is Zivar. And I'm part of this group here. Not my particularly favorite choice, but I've been assigned to them. I'm going to take you back. I'm going to take you to see Mistra.
Why?
He takes a fancy to you. I just do what he says. I don't know why. But, and he throws you down in the center of the summoning circle that's inscribed into this mountainside right here in a little cavern. And he says, "You're lucky. That's all I got to say." And without much longer, as you're trying to figure out what's going on, he says a few words and you are out, teleported into here. And you wake up and it feels so safe and welcoming. You're bleeding profusely out of all of you, basically, and in your incredible amount of pain. And you see a unicorn right up next to you. And it drinks some of the water at the river that you land next to. Just kind of looks. And then shakes off a little bit. And magic kind of seals all of your wounds up. And you feel safe. You're here for about an hour trying to figure out what's happening when... let me find the...
Do I have the coin at all?
You do have the coin. Well, technically, sorry. The angel gave it to you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you do have it. Where is it? All right, there it is. There we go. Okay. You see this god creature coming down, and it almost looks like the entire mountainside is this creature. And as she looks at you, you recognize this face as the face that has been in your stone. And she says to you, with everything that you've done, I thought I might as well pull you into here once. Should you choose to, you can stay here for the rest of eternity. You'll be safe, taken care of, and all your dreams will come true.
And what is this?
This here, this is Mount Celesta. This is heaven in your terms.
And why am I here?
I've seen what you did in the material plane. You've done quite a lot of good things. I figured I'll give you one last chance at survival. See, unlike most people where they would be placed based off of their, well, the way they live their life. Now it's everybody goes to purgatory. Those that escape it, even worse, to the 9 hells.
Why did they change?
My sister takes control over that. This is my realm. That's hers.
And would I know who?
You don't even know who you're talking to right now. You're so fucking confused right now. Like everything that you have learned is not accurate anymore.
Cool.
But you are welcome to ask.
So is this a place for all decent people or people?
This
with
is
my
the
crap?
place. This is a place where good people go. Hell is a place where bad people go. Typically. Where there is a blurred line between that, depending on how and what possessed them to die. Yeah. But recently the channel between where people go has been destroyed, and now it's just everybody goes to purgatory.
What
But
caused
since
it?
you served me, what caused it? Oh, what caused it, he says. It was my sister's doing. She used to be like us till she decided to abandon it, thinking she knew better, thinking she knew all. And with that, Chikara, your spell is starting to go off, and you open it up, and there's a cloud above you right now, of this like very soul-like cloud, and as you're kind of looking up in it, you can hear voices traveling throughout the clouds.
And the clouds opening up above.
Above you, yes, as you're trying to channel, and it's kind of above Polaris's body, but it's like right where you are as well. You're trying to find Polaris's soul. Make me a persuasion check and something that you're gonna say to him.
To Polaris.
Yeah, as you're like trying to coerce him back.
And I'll say, is this like just the first thing I'm saying?
Yeah, first thing.
Okay. Polaris, it's Chikara. The realms need you. We need you. Time to come back.
Polaris, in your hand, you turn that that soul coin over, and you can see Chikara casting this and trying, and you can see your body. You can see the whole party right now in the tent. Well, most of them. And you can hear it. And you look up at this being as well. But you're hearing Chikara right now. What do you do?
Chikara, can you hear me? Hello?
No response.
So I'm getting called. Would hate to be rude, but
It looks like your
call.
friends want you back.
I can't say I disagree with them.
You can go if you'd like. I will not hold you here.
Can I ask you a quick question, though?
Yes.
Did you try talking to your sister at all? Like, working through...
A whole war went to it. I've tried to talk to her. I lost my children to her. I will not lose all. I will not lose my life.
Is there anything that can be done to fix this? This kind of seems like a big deal to a lot of people in the material world.
Make me a persuasion check.
Let's see here.
Fucking well done. She looks and
minus
she
one.
says, I admire you. Most people seeing what their life is going to be like and get pulled away from it would choose to stay here. But it sounds as if you almost want to go back and try to help. I've thought about getting involved. That's why I've been keeping an eye on you, trying to see if it's even worth saving humanity.
Well, coming from a shit island with a lot of shit people doing a lot of shit things, there's so much more good on that shit island than I could ever say. I wouldn't be here trying to fight to get back and save people if I didn't think it was worth it.
I've noticed that. I'm going to say this to you. I do not have the power to pull people in and out of purgatory. And if you choose to leave here, I will not be able to bring you back again. Do you understand that?
Well, then I guess we better figure out a way to fix that so I don't
Yeah.
come back.
Sounds like it. Just know that was merely the beginning of what torment lies there. Chikara, you're starting to see a faint image come through the clouds. It kind of looks like Polaris, ever so slightly. It's like blurry, but you could see like a face wearing a linen cloth and covered in a little bit of like caked on mud. Polaris.
Call out to him.
Yeah, go for it.
Polaris, Polaris, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Up
can
into
hear
the
you.
clouds.
You start to hear a little bit of mumbling, Chikara, coming through the other end, and you can see the mouth moving a little bit, but you can't quite make the words out.
Whatever you're doing, I think it's working. Keep doing it.
All right, great. So, do you have any suggestions on how I can get back? I mean, do I just go in the coin?
All you have to do is choose to go back, and you will go back. The image is not really an image projected in the sky. It's literally the sky and stars, and it takes a smaller form for you to kind of like realize that it's a creature, but it's a god. and it's a god that's just kind of like staring down upon you. Yeah. And she
So-
says, if you want to go back, you just choose to go back.
Sorry to be like asking a lot of questions, you know. I don't think many people get this opportunity. And I feel like I've been rude. What's your name?
My name is Mistra.
God. Correct. Like a god. We're right with like there being multiple of you, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Got it. Do I get to talk to you at all later, like before I die? I mean, I'm gonna die eventually.
I've been watching you. That was my voice you heard on the ship.
Oh. Okay. So
Interesting.
it's kind of
I will keep an eye on you to determine whether it's worth sending my legions after you and helping you or
right.
not. But I will say this. I do not plan on losing another war. I will not lose my family again.
well, I can make you the promise where if I'm fighting a war and you're on my side, you're not gonna lose.
You know, I'm starting to think that. Good luck.
Thank you.
And
And
hopefully
like,
you don't end back up in purgatory. Be ashamed.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a little more careful next time. And with that, I will. I'm gonna wish to go back.
Okay. You seeing your body and you just kind of like look at it and you start feeling pulled in towards it. The area that you're around right now starts to turn into a swampy like area, and you're now just standing above your corpse in that tiny hut with the rest of the party. And you just start to go into your body. You come back at 1 HP.
Woo!
Kill it.
Everybody else that was kind of watching this, you couldn't really you could see the figure that Jakar was talking to and kind of the same amount, but you didn't have any control over what was happening. Just as Polaris enters the body, that cloud vanishes. And Polaris starts to breathe again.
Bitch, welcome back.
Thank you.
I'll hit him with a healing word.
Okay.
That's all I have.
While back right now, Polaris, you are under a massive amount of mental strain. It is a lot.
6 HP.
You feel like you just got beat the fuck up mentally, physically, and you almost feel like you need to go back somewhere, but you're trying to fight that feeling as you're here now. You feel like your soul does not belong here right now, but is pulled here in unnatural ways. And with that, I believe you have a -4. Yeah, you have a -4 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every long rest will reduce that by 1 until you're back to normal. And your blood, because you're still kind of covered in blood right now, for your own blood, and a little bit of mud from the swamp that you're in. You could tell that there's some blackness to it, and it doesn't look all red. It's the disease is gone, but you feel like it's hasn't fully gone away. You think it just needs a little bit of time before it goes away completely.
Okay.
Adalia, make me an attack roll.
Huh.
You shoot a raven out of the sky. Get a little bit of food from that bird.
Bird.
Yeah. But that's about it from here.
So
It's actually really quiet in the swamp.
Okay. Do I see any? Nah, it's a swamp. Nope. All right, cool. I'll make my way back.
Okay.
Towards Jakarta's hut with my
some
bird.
frog legs.
We
What was
found a
that?
lizard.
You found a lizard towards the beginning of the swamp. Yeah.
So I'm assuming I was out for a minute.
Few minutes.
Yeah, it's been about 2 hours, maybe.
Polaris, to you, it felt like days.
Okay. And am I good to take like a quick nap? I don't think I'm gonna be much good.
You can
to
rest when
guys.
you're dead.
All right.
But it was on my
Ain't
dad used to tell
holding
me.
nothing
Well, if that's the case, then
Come back with a bird. You're probably starving, but it's like we have to split this.
I think we can at least rest about another hour.
can I
I
feel
don't
my
know.
magic back?
You can. You do feel it all coming back to you. You feel like you're still a little shaky on how to use it precisely, and that's what that -4 is
Well,
kind of
I'm
doing
going-
to you.
I'm going to cast Goodberry as best of my ability.
Okay. It takes you like you try to cast it right away and it doesn't quite work, and you realize that you didn't have all the motor skills there. So that you cast it again, this time like focusing really hard on it, and then it works, and you're like, it's gonna get some getting used to.
Did this kid tell us his name was Ham?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was role playing accurately and didn't hear that apparently because I was casting, but I now see his name tag.
All right, so you guys want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So then we'll take a short rest, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll take a little bit of break here. We'll use the restroom, get some water,
cool.
and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. We'll see you soon. And we're back. Look at that, guys. Perfect timing.
Like 40 seconds left.
What?
Oh,
Crazy.
Oh, my thing is like way behind.
About to hear himself talk to himself.
Messing with the freaking thing. Okay. So, you guys were short resting. So those of you that wanted to use hit dice, feel free to heal up.
Did.
All your short rest features come back.
Wunderbar.
Polaris kind of went through everything that happened. If you would like to give any highlights in character, please feel free to. May I take the silence as no?
No.
Cool. All right.
Did I use my second Indomitable on that last? I don't recall.
You know,
I know there were saving
I
rolls,
don't
and
know.
I missed one, and then I remember being prepared to use it if I were ever in another situation, but I don't remember if I used it.
I do not know.
I don't think you did. I just remember the sentence of, "I have a second one, and I'll use it if I need to." Or something.
Yeah, that's what I remember too.
I think you are good and have not used it. That's what I think.
Cool.
All right. So you guys got your short rest. You got all your stuff. I assume Broy also healed up, but maybe I'm wrong. It looks at Austin. And yeah. So here you guys are. Are you? Well, I guess I'll let you guys figure it out.
Well, I don't know for sure how you guys Witcher things do, but if there was a contract to kill this thing by the sister or whatever, could you guys be the one to collect that payment?
If we can bring evidence of it, yes.
And I think we may have possibly already done so by looting his corpse.
My sister Namia, she was gonna give that man, well, she had a drawer set aside saying that I can't touch it.
So maybe
So-
not.
It was for whoever stopped the trial. Well, it was specifically for that Witcher there, but
Did we ever show him the dead body and have him confirm that was the guy?
oh, he's in
Kind
the
of.
room with you guys and the body. So
Sorry to get used to it, kid.
after a while,
He's been
he
observant.
recognizes the symbol and he's like, "Yeah, that's the guy. He was hired a while ago. He took half the money now, and she was gonna pay the other half upon completion."
That would explain the platinum.
No, that explains it for sure. Witcher carrying that much coin on him usually just got paid. Shall we?
Let's go.
Oh,
All right.
hi, Polaris. Welcome back. How you feeling?
By the way, Roy, did you use any hit die over the
I
short
do
rest?
not.
Okay.
I only have 2 left, so figured
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair.
I have HP right now. I might as well just stick with that.
That's fair. All right. As you guys head off into more in the swamp and looking for the end, Polaris, give me a survival check.
Oh boy.
All right. So you have an 11 on this. You did have advantage, but you do have the -4. And you're like looking around the swamp and you're like, it's this way. You're like 70% confident.
It's just like Gandalf Mines of Moria. I have no memory of this place.
No, he's got a little bit of memory. It's just gone mostly. But with Corzo and Sevatar and Adalia, they all know where they're going as well based off of previous directions you gave them. So they all go, yeah, that's the right direction. You guys are all good. You march through the rest of this swamp, and it starts to come out a little bit into a small little clearing area with some trees and stuff, and you start to see some village huts in the distance, maybe about 20-30 minutes away from where you are currently, and you're at the edge of the swamp right now. Yeah. How do you want to approach this?
I'll ask the kid, where's your home?
Ours is on the outskirts of the city, just on the opposite side of the village.
Sounds great. I vote we start there. And like I start moving 90 degrees away from wherever the nearest hut is.
Okay. So you basically try to go all the way around to the house?
Yep.
Okay. It takes you
I'll
through
follow.
some more trees and stuff, but it's not the swamp. You guys feel fine. Roll me a percentile Adalia. Just a D100. Okay, cool. You don't come across anyone as you're kind of migrating around. And then you get to the village.
Wait.
On the outside. Okay. Whatever.
Pass without a trace.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You guys are going on the opposite side of the little village. But you see these little huts and houses and stuff. And you guys are going wrapping all the way around to the house that Ham is taking you to.
Are you talking about Han?
Ham. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ham.
Han. That's what I said.
Ham.
Han. Yeah, Han.
Ham.
His name's Ham.
No, it's Ham. But
It's Hum?
Ham. It's Ham.
How do you spell it?
Ham.
Ham? All right, we're gonna call him Bone from now on.
He says, my sister and I live just over there. And he's pointing to it. It's about, looks like maybe a quarter mile away from where you are right now, through some trees and stuff. Do you all go, or do you send just him? I know you guys were talking about that a variety of different
I
ways.
feel like the Witchers would know what to ask for and what to say.
Indeed.
I'm probably too much of a pushover.
This
Roy,
is
that's not true.
your
Don't be negative
job
about yourself.
now to finish.
Don't worry, we'll take care of this. I'm gonna load just a regular crossbow bolt and sling it over my shoulder just to have it locked, just in case.
Okay.
And then turn to the kid. Hey, kid.
Yeah. Kind of looking at
They're
you.
not gonna try to kill us at all, are they?
Namia wouldn't. You're bringing me back. She thought I was gone.
I think he means to ask, how was that other guy that she hired? How was he received?
Oh,
Probably
the
not well.
village did not like him. They kicked him out pretty quickly. They said don't come back.
And,
All right. I think I might have a good idea here.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn and look at the kid and be like, I'm gonna look a little different for a little bit. But just know that it's still gonna be me. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna look ever so longingly at Chikara and be like, I know you don't know her, but we miss her greatly. And I'm going to disguise myself as Vivian.
That doesn't make any sense. I told you she's a close friend that I've worked with closely for a long time.
As Sevatar is changing to Vivian. Okay.
Also, you may not want to look that hot in a place like this. You'll stand out.
That's okay.
Viv-
enamor them with my
Feminine wiles.
yes, my feminine wiles. Thank you, Corza. Would you like to accompany me?
It's like she's standing here.
I know. I've been watching her for long periods of time to try to mimic her voice and her bodily movements. Shall we?
Most men often find themselves watching her. You're not alone.
Oh, it's all right. I miss her every day. Don't tell her that if you ever see her again.
You're funny.
Thank you. You're funny looking. All right, let's go.
We'll wait here. Holler if something goes amiss.
Will do.
All
I
right.
use my shrill feminine voice.
And
come inside with you guys.
I'm just picturing
you know
Centaur
you'll be
That's it.
fine, Polaris, if you walk in.
Okay.
Nobody would question it. Although you do look like you've been hit by a ton of bricks.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. No, you look like you're beat.
and my
the fuck
eyes
up.
still all fucked up, right?
Your eye still has a scar over across it, but people know who you are as like a
Cool.
folk hero-esque.
All right, let's go in.
Yes,
All right.
shall we?
So it's Corzo and Vivian, Sevitar, and Polaris going.
If that many people are going, I will go as well.
Okay, and
The whole
Adalia.
gang.
There are only 2 going.
Roy said who repeat that list?
It is Corzo, Sevitar / Vivian,
Hi.
and Polaris.
Okay, so just half the party. 3.
But now Adalia. So as the 3 of you start to make way and Ham is kind of leading, Adalia looks at the 2 remaining, Broy and Chikara, and I'd rather go with them. And just starts walking behind them.
Yeah, the doctor mask is too much for me.
I'll look at Roy. Well, this guy doesn't like me, so I'm not staying out here with just him. And I'll start following too.
We're gonna trade.
After a few seconds of Broy standing there by himself, wait for me. He starts running up.
Boy, don't draw any suspicion to us. You're going to stick out. Also, take your mask off for a change.
So, as Ham gets up to the house, he just opens the door and says, "Nami, I'm back. I made it." And she runs over to the door and then looks at him, gives him a big ol' hug, and kind of pats the back of his head a little bit as he's got a little bit of blood running, and feels it, and just kind of then looks up and sees, well, now an army of people basically walking up, covered in blood, covered it with you have the hag's head, you have the Witcher necklaces, your eyes. She kind of looks, says, did you guys do this, I assume? Correct?
We
Right?
didn't bash his head, no.
No. And she kneels down and looks at him and says, go get washed up, Hum. I'm glad you're okay. And then
Make sure to bring back my cloak, dearie.
stands up and looks at the rest of you. Thank you. I suppose you're here for the reward. And she goes and opens up a drawer and she pulls out a bracelet. And you could tell that it's like a gold bracelet. A bit tarnished. But you can see it's gold. And she hands it to Corzo and she says, we're here. Thank you. Thank you so much. And she's a little scared of you guys right now. You can tell that. She just kind of backs up.
I just have a few questions, if that's all right.
Yeah. Why don't you all come in? I don't have enough chairs for everybody, but there's
That's
2 at the
all right.
table, and you can use the bed if you'd like. But please come in. I don't want the village to see.
Yes, we don't want any prying eyes, do we? Especially one on a form such as nice as mine. And Adalia's as well. Quickly, inside.
Vivian and I will take the bed. We have a lot of experience there.
Indeed. Ooh.
It's
Not together. That would be weird.
No, that would be very strange. Ew.
it is slightly more than a one bedroom. Like there's no doors to separate it, but there's like a small little area for the
It's like my
table. Yeah. I mean, probably, yeah. There's a bed over there. There's nothing to separate it. Just small little indents in the walls. And she says, "Thank you so much for saving him." And then she looks at, I believe it's Sevatar's hip, correct? Has the Fae or the
No,
hag's
my,
hip?
my hip.
No,
Oh,
has the
your-
that's
hag
okay.
head on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A woman
And-
would not dress herself in such gaudy attire.
And
Of course.
looks at the head and goes, "Is that the creature?"
That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
How long
Do
has
you-
it plagued your city for?
Oh, that's a good start. Yeah.
Ever since I can remember, there's always been legends and trials. But recently, Yster has been making sure everybody is forced to proceed in the Fae trials. Most people come back saying that they gained great power from the celestial inside. Others said that it was a Fae creature that gave them their powers. Some say it
What
was a
kind of
old woman.
powers?
Oh, it's really just superstition powers, not real power. It's more like powers of the land. They can grow fruitful farms, and their livestock will live well. Things like that.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it, Corzo?
I called bullshit on all of it, to be honest.
Well, good. You should.
Ever since my younger sister died, I refused I didn't want Ham to die. He had to go through the trial too, but I couldn't. I paid a Witcher to go do it, but he never came back.
He didn't
A
make
Witcher. Oh, such vile folk.
No, Vivian, you're really into Witchers, especially that one.
Oh, whoa, Corzo, yes, but he's much more than just a Witcher, isn't he? He's a man.
I'm a little confused. Do you not all know each other?
Vaguely.
You mean the Witchers
No.
or us?
Shh, you
people in this
guys, people in this room.
We do all know each other.
Some varying levels of familiarity. Vivian and I, we've known each other at least 15, 20 years. Corzo and the rest of them I've known for substantially less.
I see. Well, thank you very much. You had other questions?
Yes. You said there were legends about this creature? Were there any specific possible magic items or magic constructs or anything that was a symbol of this creature?
There's a totem near the village entrance. I don't know if you saw it on your way in.
Did we see it on our way?
You didn't, because you didn't go in the normal way.
Gotcha.
We pray there, or we're supposed to pray there daily. It's got some inscriptions of an old lady.
I just want to make sure I got the right thing. If you're going to be paying us for it.
Honestly, if you killed something in there, which it looks to me like you did, and you saved, I'm okay.
Yeah,
that was really
I'm
what it was for.
Fairly confident that this was it, but
some of the rest of the village, well, we all kind of chipped in to purchase that from the somebody in Karatrold. So that's kind of from everyone in the village that disagrees with this religion.
Well,
Who conducts the trials? Would they have a more familiar
The village elder, Yister. He's been doing it. Well, he's been having those trials every single time somebody turns of age. Age 7, for those of you that were wondering.
And do I know him at all, Eric?
You do. He's a little bit of a crazed lunatic. A lot of people in this village worship him. And I mean, he is one of the wealthier people in this area. Not to say he's super rich at all, but
Yeah.
he is what the village think of as what you guys would call like a mayor. He's that person of political power in this little village. So what he says kind of goes. People don't have to do it necessarily, but when you get enough people to follow it, it kind of gets enforced.
Cool.
Society.
I'll lean towards Savitar a bit and whisper, "This that thing we killed. It didn't have any living dead with it when we fought it. Is it capable of spawning living dead?"
Perhaps. Maybe
It
I
did
should
have living
roll-
dead.
Oh,
It did?
yes, if I recall,
It
it did
did.
have living dead with it, yes.
Oh yeah, it did. Oh,
It had zombies and ghouls and
yeah,
variety
that's
of
right.
things.
I remember killing with it a couple.
worth noting that while the thing itself has been killed, the swamps are not necessarily safe entirely. There are still creatures in the swamp.
Swamps are
Not
never
this one.
safe. The forests aren't
No.
safe. Nowhere is really safe. That's why we build
Why
these
live
little
out in the
villages.
swamps?
Well, to be honest, it's right off the end of the mountain there, and it's really the next closest spot. We use it as a way to go between here and Erenborn. This is the city in between. Some kind of call it the crossroads of Karatrold and Erenborn.
Well, we won't take up any more of your time.
It's really okay. It's getting late. If you guys want to stay the rest of the night here, you're more than welcome to. As I said, I don't have a lot of space, but please, you brought back someone that I thought was dead. The least I can do is cook you guys a good meal.
Does she have good intentions with that invitation?
Did you roll an insight? I'm guessing you did.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it seems
Did you?
like good intentions. It seems like
Sorry, I was set to GM only.
Oh, gotcha.
she
Um,
she
There you go.
sees, and you guys are all beat the fuck up. Even though some of you healed up, you still have blood on all of your stuff, and some of you haven't washed up in quite some time. It seems like she's just trying to give you a way to relax for a bit for all the deeds you've done.
Repayment.
I'll take it.
very
I
well.
wouldn't mind somewhere to stay the night that's not swampy and smelly and ugly and
Well, here, let me go get some coats. I have a few blankets, and I have plenty of coats for everybody, so we should be able to make a nice little spot.
We should all have some kind of bedroll or something.
If you'd like to dry some of those out, I have a fire going in the back, and we can hang them up on the tanning supply and kind of dry them up if you want. If you would like me to wash anything, I can't wash everything, but I can do a little bit of washing for you guys.
Dearie, I can
Hum-
help you
hum-
with that, no problem.
And she says, go get the coats and get them some water and stuff from the well. Go fetch a fresh bucket. And he's like, okay. And she's like, oh, just before you go. And she like dips a rag in a little bucket she's got, and she washes his face off. Thank you for coming back. And then she looks at all of you guys. Thank you for saving him. All
I
right,
did have
go home.
another question.
Yeah.
So we killed the thing that your guy would send children to die towards, but are there other things out there? Can he continue this trial despite that thing's absence
I think
if he wanted to?
I mean, he can, but really the trial is just sending a 7-year-old into the swamp and having them come back. Granted, there's probably still things in there, but it'll make us tough. That's what
Or
they always
dead.
said.
Does that mean you went through the trial?
I did. I was fortunate enough to be quite fast when I was younger.
And
Very
what did this
acrobatic-y
woman?
athletics.
What did she bless you with? What sort of boons were you given?
Nothing. It's just superstition. I mean,
Inside check.
I've had a.
Excuse me.
Okay. She continues to say, "You're like, all right, cool."
Right? Whatever you say, lady.
I've had a pretty good little business here, tanning stuff, and so it's not bad. It hasn't been all bad. I mean, it's mostly my father's business, but
Oh,
he passed away last year.
I think Broy could learn a little bit about tanning and skinning. He seems to think you can just skin an animal out in the wilderness, just wear it like it's nothing.
Not quite. You have there's a whole process to it. If you'd like,
Yes,
I
it's
can
quite
show you.
headstrong.
You have to treat it on a tanning rack like I did overnight.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, it takes a lot of curing and stuff and the right oils. It's got to rest a few times. You can't just plop it out there once.
You hear that, Broy? Are you taking notes? Hopefully. I don't know if
Um,
birds know how to write, but you should.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
I have some fresh meat if you guys would like some meat. It's probably not enough for everybody to have a plentiful amount, but I can give you a little bit. I'll cook up what I got. And she gets a little fire going just outside, and
We've all eaten a good berry at this point, right?
yeah,
So like we don't need.
you don't
Half
necessarily need
awakened.
it.
What do you hunt?
There's foxes and stuff in the woods up there. Some elk and deer, a lot of that type of thing. I'm not so much of the hunter. We have other hunters throughout here. I typically
do?
get the skins and get them ready and make them into cloaks and coats and blankets and stuff like that. That's why I have so many.
Did I take a peek at what kind of meat she's cooking? Just see if I can identify it.
Yeah, make me a survival roll.
Ooh. Oh, boo.
You can tell it looks like a piece of deer meat, and then she's also got a little bit of fox meat mixed in there.
Okay.
It's not just one piece; it's a few different
Gotcha.
pieces.
I just had a strong feeling it was people for some reason.
No, and it also it looks like it's already kind of been cooked once before. So it's almost like she's recooking it, reheating it, and making it like a little bit of a stew with it.
Giving us leftovers.
It looks like it was a dried meat, and that the village turned. Fucking leftovers. So after a couple hours, you guys have a good meal. It's not like you guys have had better meals, but it's good. Definitely if you stay at an inn in a big city, it's about that taste at a cheap inn. So it's
we
good
got
enough
it
to sell.
free.
Exactly. And it's good enough to sell, but that's about it. And yeah,
Before we sit down to eat, or
Yeah.
after, or whatever,
sure.
I'll tell Corzo, have Broy work his magic on figuring out what that amulet does. Or is it just money?
Something tells me this bracelet is just a bracelet. But we can check. I will give it to Broy and ask him to possibly identify it in the next 10 minutes to see if it does anything.
All right.
Or
After-
if it's
And
just a piece of gold.
It's worth 150 gold, and that is it.
Mhm.
it's very powerful.
What if I
It's
polish it?
got money.
If you
You're right,
polish
money is power, boy.
it, you could get it up to 175 fully polished.
Mhm.
I consider it polish it.
You said it was a
Worth it.
bracelet or a bracer?
It's a bracelet.
A bangle.
Yeah, it's just a gold bracelet. Just a chain,
Um,
basically.
I'm gonna say it's a bangle because I don't want to have to try to spell bracelet right now.
All right. It's fine.
We all know
Yeah.
what fine means.
You got a couple more days till you get to Caratrold. If you're headed that way. If you're headed to Erenborn, it's about 2 days from there as well. So we're right in the middle. So which way you guys going?
Caratrold is our destination.
Ah.
Indeed, it is.
I
Oh, well,
assume.
there goes this guy's self. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to lie to you, ma'am. It's okay. Thanks for the payment, by the way. Thanks for the stew. It's better than, well, berries.
I kind of forgot that your thing wears off after an hour. I
Yeah,
was
it's
thinking
only
it
an
was
hour,
going to be
yeah.
all night.
No.
She
wake up.
freaks out a little bit when it wears off.
Hi.
And then sees that you're a Witcher and just kind of goes, "You guys are some strange folk."
You live in a swamp.
This world is not what you think it is.
That's some deep knowledge, Dahlia.
I was born
Right.
here and I was raised here, and gosh darn it, I'm gonna die here.
Oh,
I have
that
2
doesn't mean
pills
you
in my
need to die
hands.
here.
Yeah, I'll
You
take the
want
red one.
Swamp pill? The green pill. Poor choice. You chose poorly.
You chose
Yes, ma'am.
Wesley.
These people from outside of Skellig do seem to be a bit strange. And as I say that, I'm going to hand her a pine cone.
Is that like a marriage?
What?
proposal, Polaris?
And
No.
that venison seems to be running through me. I need to pay a visit to the woods, and I'm gonna rush out.
Oh, that's not good.
She's gonna take the pine cone and just kind of look at it. Thank you. And she's just gonna set it on top of like a little stand that was by the door, where she pulled the gold, opened the drawer and pulled the gold bracelet out of.
Good. I'm going to lay down.
Okay.
Before I lay down, though, are you all interested in paying a visit to the what's the guy's name? Who's like kind of like the mayor of the town?
Vister, or Yister. There.
Easter. Do we want to just get moving, or is anyone interested in paying a visit to Easter?
I say we drop the head off on the doorstep and we make our way out of here.
All right.
I agree.
Makes a statement.
Very
Dita,
well.
bro. Hey, boy, where'd your shield go?
All right. So are you doing anything in the woods there, Chikara?
I was whispering to you. Give me a second.
Shitting.
Ah, okay. I was like, I haven't gotten anything. I've been lied to.
Oof. Just runs out like 50
All right.
feet, squats behind a bush.
Hey, Chikara, where you going?
I was gonna say, hey, Chikara, you might want to go off a little more. Oh God, dude, jeez. Oh, shave your ass, God.
You can help me with it if you'd like.
No, I'm good. Just
Cast.
stay back here.
Does it do? Okay, hold on. I gotta look at your sword.
It's the I can put spells into it, and I put that into it.
Oh. Yeah, it works. It works great. Yes, it does.
I will drop it in return.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck's happening? I realized you did never check that. Actually.
Oh, it's.
Give
is
me
it
1
the next
second.
dawn now? Would we stay then?
Not fully yet.
Okay. I didn't know if we were still
Daniel?
that night or if we were the next morning. Sorry.
No, it does not.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, no, it does not. I was like, wait a second. What are you talking about?
Since I can't drop it, I'll convey to the blade to drop it.
Yeah, no, it'll drop when you want it to.
Yeah, I'll return. I'll have been gone for like a total of maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. You do think that there's some sort of if you like are it's not concentration, but if you are unconscious, it'll fade. But it does not require you to concentrate. So you could have 2 things going if you wanted.
Sounds good.
So you have to be conscious. That's it. Yeah, so after you guys get back, Chikara comes back. Chikara takes probably about 30 minutes or 20 minutes is gone for about that long before he returns, but
I'm gonna go check on him after 10. You don't need to shit for 20 minutes.
Was it that long?
I mean, yeah, because you had to go. Well, I guess you didn't have to go to the swamp. You said swamp.
Yeah, I was just going basically
Then
behind.
never mind. It'd be about 10 minutes. Then never mind.
Just behind a giant bush type of deal.
Oh, well then fuck it. 5 minutes. That's fine. Never mind.
Alright,
you said
it's okay
back to
then.
the swamp, so I was like, to get there, you have to wrap all the way around again.
Technically, I said forest, but I did mean swamp. But yeah, we're good.
Says I'm going. Never mind. Anyway, reads the word swamp.
Swamp.
So after a long rest, you guys all wake up. It's pretty early in the day. Like
Before that,
6.
since I only have to sleep for 4 hours,
Yeah.
I'm gonna contemplate putting my cloak on. Gonna put the cloak on. I'm gonna go find this this mayor, whoever this might be.
Okay.
Just to tail him a little bit.
Okay.
See
You're
what's
gonna.
up.
You feel the pull of the cloak as you put it on again.
Ooh, feels good.
And it really does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Ian, what are you eating?
The whole
Don't worry
thing.
All right. You're gonna go hunt and find where that mayor is of the town, or the elder, the village elder is what they call him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mayor McStuffin.
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yep.
Oh.
All right.
Glad I'm searching his pockets.
Well, you're trying to figure out which hut would be his. And as you get into the close to the center of the town, you're kind of lost. You're stuck at like some business ones. And now you just start kind of peering through windows, and you're getting awfully close to these huts. It's pretty
Need to go.
early in the day, so or pretty, I guess, late at night, early in the morning. It's like 2-3 a.m. or something like that. So
I'm Batman.
most people are asleep. So even though you fail your investigation, it's going to take you a while, but eventually you figure out which house is his. It takes you a while, though. It takes you about an hour.
Oh, the big one! I should have known it was the big hut.
No, it's not. The big hut is a store.
Library.
No, it's
The
a little
library.
storefront. It's got a few different businesses and stuff inside of it. Yeah. But you do find it. You go through a few, and you have to like peer through the windows. One of them you actually go inside because there aren't windows you can really see through or tell.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Make me your stealth roll as well. I'm
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
pretty confident your stealth is out of the water. So yeah, you're fine.
24.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't need you to roll it. You're fucking invisible with this.
The real John Cena.
So yes, you do find him. He is sleeping in his bed. There is nobody else in the room, just him.
In an empty room?
Well, in
Just
a
a bed.
bed. There's deer mountings. There's some jewelry stands with what look like some sort of rings and stuff around. There's
Okay.
a axe on the wall, and then there is a short sword on the wall as well.
How
Looks
far
more
is it
decoration than
How far is it
actual
from
use.
from the window to him? Does it seem?
He's got a window across the room. So I don't know, 10 feet.
Oh, that's it. Oh well, your boy's
just a
casting
little room.
silence then.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
All right.
So I'm gonna cast silence up to the point, basically to the edge of his bed,
Okay.
covering
Well,
the floor.
you
bed,
can
window.
cast it on yourself if you want, I think.
Yeah, but I want him to be able to hear me if I'm gonna talk to him.
Ah, got it.
You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yep. So you pick a point that's just outside that kind of covers that area. Got it.
Yeah. So if I need to dip out, I can.
Okay.
Is there any locks or anything on the window that looks suspicious?
The window is no. There's no locks on the window.
Ooh, what a dummy! But I feel like there's something else inside. That's okay. We're gonna just slowly the window open. Oh, sorry, that'd be the
Alright.
shutters, wouldn't it? And then
You don't even make any noise, so it just opens.
ooh, I am the night. I am Batman. As we tippy toe across the floor with oogie boogie fingers ready to go.
Okay.
There's nothing else in the room. Just him sleeping.
There's him. There is, as I said, a little jewelry stand. There is nobody else in the room. There's stuff in the room. There's like a rug on the ground.
Just him in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, he's in a
Just like in the middle of
bed
the room. Yeah.
in sheets. There's a
Well,
elk head mounted
all
on the
seen-
wall. It's a sword. And,
What is the thread count on his sheets, Eric?
I was gonna say, is this dude run like satin
2.
1200s, or what are we talking?
no, there's 2
You know what?
threads.
It's just 2 pieces of tree that are stitched together. Yeah.
It's really a big like a yarn thing. Like
Yeah.
it's knit
Right. Just
with one
it's
big string.
One spool.
It's one
Yeah.
50-foot rope that he's just wrapped around himself.
All right. We've all seen Scooby Doo, so I'm gonna flip back the carpet real quick just to see if there's anything underneath.
Okay. Without a single noise, it doesn't appear like there's anything under the rug.
Damn.
Make me another investigation.
Investigation. Better than a 1.
You find nothing under the rug, and as you're kind of looking around at some of these other little nooks and crannies, you don't find anything other than what I've described already. The drawer, though, you do open, and you find out that there is a few pieces of paper in there. And as you're looking at those pieces of paper, it looks like they're receipts for different purchases, such as the rug that you just moved. And things like that. Nothing that jumps out at you as a must take or need to fuck him over.
Okay.
But there is the little stand of jewelry and rings and stuff.
Nah, that's bait. I'm just here to leave a message. I'm gonna take one of the receipts and, as best as I can, scrawl the Oogie Boogie shadow figure that I see in my dreams upon the back of the receipt, and leave a message at the bottom saying, "If you send any other children out to their deaths, we will come back for you." And just place it gently on his chest and leave.
Okay. Make me a performance check for
Aw,
the
fuck.
drawing.
What if I take my time and stick my tongue between my teeth? Does that help?
Nope.
If you stick your tongue between his teeth,
All right, it's kindergarten.
It's
We got
all
this.
good. It's all good. You had disadvantage, so no, I'm just kidding. Fuck.
But I have dark vision.
It's pretty good. It's actually a pretty good drawing of it. You're drawing more so from fear than from anything. It keeps you up at night, and you're hoping it'll do the same for him.
Make sure the shadowing's nice and good too, right?
Yeah.
Use the flat side of the pencil or charcoal.
You place
then-
it and very quietly.
Just because I can't help myself, I'm going to take one of the rings.
Okay, cool.
I have to.
Roll me a D8.
Okay. 1d8.
All right.
Dose.
that was the one exploding ring.
The ring of fireball.
Boom. No. It's worth 10 gold.
What does it look like, though? I'm going to wear this thing. I'm not going to sell it.
It has a little ruby embedded on what looks like some stain or some just iron around it. It's an iron ring with a little ruby embedded into it. That's it.
Ah, cheap bastard. It's all right. I'll take it.
Yep.
And then I'll slowly close the window and do like a little bat symbol in the moisture on the window, and then dip.
Would it
Okay.
be a snake?
Yeah, a little snake bat. Yeah.
Yeah, a little snake bat. Duh.
Yeah, flying snake.
Clearly, that's what he said.
I am Snake Batman.
All right. Make your way back to the hut, and everybody starts. Meanwhile, Adalia woke up too to see that Sevatar was no longer there.
I had to pee.
He's gone for like an hour or
Getting
so,
old.
and
Getting old, I
Adalia
had
is
to
just
pee.
like, okay. Do you do anything about that, Adalia?
I imagine he would have gone outside of the hut, and I'd be waiting for him like outside as he tries to like return back to the house. Have a good.
Give me a perception, Adalia.
Invisibly, I'm going to sneak up next to her. You okay?
Yeah.
Let's see
All
if
right,
that
sounds
scared
good,
me.
Chikara. It didn't quite scare you, mostly because you were kind of looking for some sort of darkness. You didn't see it, but you were looking and waiting for him to come out at any point. So it didn't scare you. It almost did.
Have a
but
good
not
walk.
Yeah, that stew kind of got to me. By the way, I got you something. I'm going to give Adalia the ring. I don't think the mayor will be stealing any kids anytime soon.
I'll take it. Let's make our way inside. Let's get the rest of them going.
Shall we?
Sevatar,
Yes.
you don't want to take this cloak off again.
No, it's comfy.
Yeah, you like it. It's pretty nice.
I'll pull the hood off, though, at least. Ah,
Yeah.
feel that air on my face.
And
Feels
as you pull the hood off, and you're feeling more attached to this, you become visible.
Yeah.
And now you can control it by just the hood, as before you actually had to take the whole cloak off. You feel like you're controlling it for some reason.
It's more than my
Yes.
own.
It's spelled
precious. I'm going to look to Broy's stupid fat hobbits.
Fat habits.
What's taters, precious? Oh, sorry. Sorry. That was strange. Bedtime, right? Yeah.
All right. With that, everybody starts to emerge from their sleep.
All right. Well, we thank you very much for your hospitality and for your payment. And
If you're ever
we
here
wish you the
again,
best.
you can always stay here. Keep that in mind. This home will be a safe spot for you guys anytime.
Doesn't seem like a safe spot for you guys anytime.
What?
They barely have food. You live in a swamp. You've been sacrificing
food.
your firstborn, or rather, every child.
That's not true. They don't all die. Most survive, actually.
You should leave.
Don't forget, everybody, you regain half of your hit die.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Shakar.
What do you
How's
think?
that? How's that rounded on odds
Half,
in the favor
half of your
the
total,
player
or
not?
half of the ones
Rounded
you
down.
Half of your total.
Rounded down.
We should have an even amount of hit die though. 'cause
Got
we're
it.
level
Sorry,
12,
yeah. No, I was expecting it to be
right? Okay.
the remainder as you just asked.
Gotcha.
Oh no, yeah, it's
Yay,
half of your
spells
total.
back.
All right. Well, let's get to
Minus
Cartrold.
3, Polaris. Minus 3.
Hey,
Wait, what's -3?
You
everything.
instead of minus 4. You're feeling
Oh,
a little bit better. Still not quite all there.
Getting used to being
Something
in the
just
body.
feels wrong with where you're at. You feel, strangely enough, you feel fucking safe here. Which, in the last like 2 weeks, you have not felt safe, but now you do feel safe, and it is not because of the house.
All right.
Because Chikara was big spooning you as we slept.
All right. So as you guys start to head off into Cartrold,
Well,
Wait!
yeah.
I thought you were leaving.
Gonna go drop the head on the doorstep of the head honcho.
Oh, okay. Before people are starting to get out of bed or fully.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So like before the town is super active. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I figured we were gonna leave before everybody was really awake anyway. So
Yeah, that works. Okay. So you head into town. It's like a 5-minute walk from where you were. Plop the thing in, and you're starting to see smoke rise from a few of the chimneys as people are starting to start their fires in the morning, getting the places warmed up. And just kind of look around. The goats next to you, meh, just kind of staring at you, eating
don't
some
eat
hay.
that.
And
Am I
They-
still? Do I still have that one level of exhaustion? By the way,
no, what exhaustion?
remember after I lost the fight against controlling the demon. I
Oh, you
had
didn't
half-
gain exhaustion. You just fell unconscious.
Well, no. Then you said I had half speed.
Oh, yeah, no. All that's gone. Sorry, that was gone after you were no longer unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Basically, when the demon went away. Sorry.
All right,
Um,
let's.
Do they
head out.
have horses?
there are horses in the town. Yeah.
Ooh. It could quicken our pace if we had horses. Unfortunately, mine is left back at whatever sort of temple we disappeared into the depths to and then met Mrs. Tree in the Feywild.
I keep telling you, if you give me about half an hour, we can all have a horse to share.
I don't know if we're all gonna fit.
No, I mean, we'll each have a horse per 2 people. 3 horses. And they'll be faster than any horse you've ever ridden.
Oh, why don't you say so?
I did
Let's
say
do it.
so.
Oh,
We'll take
there's
half
probably
an hour.
Broy that shot you down. Polaris, what are you doing with Broy's shield?
We should
I'm
probably.
not
Sure if you saw
let's
my
see.
whispers or not.
I've seen some of them.
I
Okay.
I suggest we get maybe 10, 30, I don't know, an hour out of town before I collect my horses. The way
Why?
I would go about it, I don't think these people would welcome it on their borders.
Yeah, well, we've done them more than one favor. Let's say that.
Place
can
does
walk
give me the creeps. Let's head out.
Yeah, let's just
Indeed.
walk for a bit, and then I'll make the horses.
All right.
Make the horses. All right, I'm gonna have to see this.
Corzo, as you're leaving the village, it feels like this little village would have been it, like everything on paper and visually looking about this. It looks like it's a nice place to live. But then you know the inner truth of what this village is like, and you're like, it's pretty shitty. And you just kind of keep going off.
Burn it down. No,
You're just like, God damn, no humanity.
We'll call a town meeting, have the town split into halves. The half that liked the rituals and the half that didn't. Put them in the houses separated by halves, and then burn the bad half.
Burn the good half.
Alright.
This is what your ancestors wanted. You must believe in your sins.
It's a trial. Maybe you'll survive the fire. Maybe you won't.
So once we're like half an hour out of town, I'll do the ritual casting of 3 horses as we used to do.
All right, sounds good.
All right, who's riding with whom?
I got this on Roy.
Perfect. Corzo, you want to ride with your old pal Chikara?
sure.
All right. The rest of you
Yeah.
sort it out.
I get a little giddy as it means I get to ride with Polaris.
A little giddy up.
Giddy up, Buttercup. Here we
Polaris.
go. It's gonna be a long ride.
Yes.
Make me an animal
Oh,
handling check.
Let's see here.
Polaris, you don't ride horses really at all. You can be you've like become a horse before, but you don't ride them. Adalia, you're very good at riding horses. You weren't at first, but you got really good at it. So you're fine. You had advantage, Adalia.
I appreciate the advantage, but the giddiness would make me stumble at the beginning.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
Polaris,
And you
does that
haven't
mean
been on a
you're-
horse for a while. You've been on a ship.
Does that mean you're riding behind me?
Aren't they magic horses? Like, do we have to,
Yeah, so
we
I'll
have to do
describe it.
this?
They're,
Do it.
they appear as quasi-real horse-like creatures. I
love
decide their
Quasimodo
appearance.
horses.
I decide their appearance. There's a bluish one, a purplish
They all
one,
have massive dongs.
and a green one.
It's on green.
So it's on purple.
I was on the blue one, so it works.
All right.
All right, Polaris, you're gonna want to hold on tight.
So, and I'm leaning over to.
Dolly, how much milk have you had this morning?
I'm gonna lean over to Sevatar, who, I think 3 people have not done this routine at this point now. But so here's the catch about doing this. After about an hour, realistically, we'd want to start. After about an hour, we have to stop and I have to summon them again. But mathematically, it's still faster than using a normal horse, even with the brakes.
I see.
Well, that works.
Yeah, these things go real fast, so you're gonna have to hold on tight.
Would be
Almost
fast.
twice as fast as the average horse.
Ooh. I'm gonna figure out where I can get one of these.
Like this.
This way. This is the way.
I rev the engine and take off.
Grab it by the ear.
All right. As you guys ride, it takes you at this rate with these, it's only going to take you about a little over a day, basically a day, yeah, of travel. These are super fast. You guys, after about 8 hours of travel, as you're doing this constantly, and you kind of get a little bit of a break, Chikara, you're getting mentally strained by having to do this every hour. It's getting a little exhausting for you. But after 8 hours, you guys can now see Karatrold. This massive, and let me move you guys over here. This massive mountainside up, you can see Karatrold up in the distance is the main capital part. And then there's all of these ships in the harbor, as you can see, and you're about an hour away from this. So if you guys do that final trek, you'll have to make a con saving throw. But you guys can see it. You can see the little village down below, and you can see the Karatrold mountain over there. Karatrold, the main capitalness, is a couple hours away, but the little village is about an hour away. And the little village is quite large. You can see many, many ships there. It looks like there's a lot of light coming from out over there. And Polaris, you know that it has a massive nightlife. There's all sorts of bars and taverns. There's weapon shops. There's building smith shops. There's all sorts of things here. Anything you can kind of really think of. This is the city. The population of a couple thousand live here. So it's very large. So I assume you guys are going to want to do that last hour trek, or you want to arrive in the morning?
At night doesn't seem bad because we can stay in the city below and get some information on what's in the capital. I have business in the capital.
I'm partial to stopping out here. I can make us a dome, but
How suspicious.
Hold
on, Adali. What kind of business do you have?
Otherworldly.
Nice and specific, just the way I like it.
I'm a little partial to resting as soon as possible, but we can go.
2 votes for rest here, 1 vote for go.
Yeah, I feel like it's best to rest out here and be in fresh shape for the morning.
All right, Savitar Broy.
Oh, I'm feeling
Alright.
peachy keen either way. I feel like Adali is gonna snap some necks and cash some checks. So don't worry, girl. I got you.
All right, Broy, you're the Lynch vote. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
All right.
What
So
time is it? Is it already dark? Because
it's dark, yeah.
I also don't mind staying in the hut. Do you have the ability to cast it again?
Yeah, I do.
Just cast ritual after ritual after ritual after ritual for Chikara today.
That's what the
But it
Crusaders are for.
did double your speed to get here. All right. So with that, you guys make your little dome up, and you rest up. Is there anything that you guys would like to do in this night?
Steal Broy's shield and give it to this time. We're gonna give it to Corzo this time.
Okay. All right. With
Would-
that,
Would you be stealing it from Polaris?
Oh, I'm
Rory would have
assuming Broy
taken it
took
back.
Give me my shield! Stop stealing my shit!
Yeah.
Birds can't use shields, dummy.
With that, you guys will rest on up. The shield will move hands. You'll be waking up fresh in the morning, and we will pick it up next session as you guys are entering Karatrold. Because I believe we have to end by 9 anyway, so this is a good time. Yeah. Thank you all for coming and checking it out. Thanks for the subscription. Thanks for the follows, and thanks for just being here, everybody. All my friends. And remember,
And happy
it's my birthday!
Yeah.
Yay!
Have a
So
hydrate for your
follow,
birthday.
describe.
Yeah.
Oh man! As camera pans away, boy, did you lose your shield again, Corzo? How could you take it from him?
And Polaris has survived, has been brought
Yay.
back. So congratulations, Polaris. Congratulations.
I'm watching you, Pony Boy.
And
Down,
a
down,
reminder, Sevatar, you,
Yeah.
I forgot, you are no longer, your hit point maximum is no longer reduced. So after the long
Wunderbar.
rest. So you're back to your normal max HP.
My nice, healthy, tanky 84.
Yeah. And then, some
think that's the
things
lowest
that
in the
you
party.
may have
Yes.
forgotten is Seraph had that same sort of blood running through her veins that Polaris did when she was unsummoned. So something you might want to take a look at next time.
Kill 'em.
Maybe
Got
not,
it.
but just something to think about. So with that, we will be back I think next week, right, everybody?
I think so.
Let me know if that's wrong.
Yes.
I'll be here.
Should be good.
Yes. All right, cool. So the 18th, we'll be back, and we'll see everybody there. Thank you all for showing up.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you for signing us off, and thank you, everybody.
Copyrighted outro.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Don't touch Twitch.